What's going on, guys? Team Bandit here. Today we have a 1K split for first place. What's your name and what do you do today?
Everybody know me, baby. I'm VE to the double LE. That's Velle, 60 card cartel, baby.
Nice.
I'm here, baby. What's up?
All right, well, let's see what you played, man.
And I played that 60 card spicy. If y'all look at my terrible channel, this is probably way higher quality. But if y'all look at my terrible channel, y'all know that I play 60 card Fiend Link, aka Velle, aka Unchained, aka if it's Fiend and it's good, it's in this deck.
If you don't know, now you know.
So, start off with the starters. We have 3 Tour Guide with its main target, the Rhino Warrior. This is just full combo by itself. It doesn't really matter which direction you want to go. This is actually your best starter, but we put back in Dark Beckoning Beast. Because with K9 and stuff out here, we didn't play any today, but with K9 stuff, starting with this or this is still full combo, and they don't get to interact with you until it doesn't matter anymore. Then, of course, the Velle cards. Only one Samsara Lotus. You have infinite access to it, so you don't care about it. And then we went 2-1 and we kept Terror Incarnate, which is crazy. But in testing, this card comes up so much where you're like, you're playing against Lunalight, you're playing against like Yummy, because most people are only used to these. So they'll pop this with no regard for what's going on, and then you get to resolve this. Also, if you summon this and they surprise and bounce it off the field and lead your field spell, you can just field spell summon this out, and Yummy can't kill you with the field spell on the field. Nice. 2 Squirmer and 2 Buo. These are the best extenders in the deck by far. They give you dual utility to summon from hand, and they have graveyard effects that are crazy. If you resolve them most of the time, every card that's not a starter is an extender, essentially. So, then 1 Lacrima, 1 Engraver, Lurie, who I hate, and then the Spice, Lord of the Missing Barrows. So, this is actually your Yummy K9 out. So what it does is, if it's summoned from hand, which you can summon it out with Double Wild, or it's hard effect because you always have a monster spell or trap and grave. It can banish 1 monster from field or grave and 2 spells or traps from field or grave non-targeted. So there's no monster that can dodge this, and it forces them to, even if they synchro the chain with Snatchy, you just banish whatever they summon, they get nothing out of it, and then you can banish their field spell plus another spell in graveyard.
Interesting. Level 10 too, right?
Level 10. Level 10 Light Fiend, so you can actually summon this off Double Wild, get its effect, and then turn it into Requiem. So,
oh, wow.
You know, who needs a move?
That's crazy.
Then I actually shrunk from my last profile. I shrunk the Unchained list down. I kept it cleaner with 1 Sarama, 1 Aruha, 2 Shavara, and 1 Blue Guy. So we don't play either of the level 8s. During Razil format, the one that links off was better because it forces 2 interactions out of Detonator, but Detonator's not a card anymore that we have to worry about. And then the other one that pops doesn't do enough into the current game, so it doesn't matter. These are all really clean. You get more uses out of them because you can just put them back. And then the rest of the main deck is mostly like non-engine monster-wise anyway. We played 2 Perulia, 3 Fua. I don't love either one of these cards, but anytime I can slow you down just enough or draw just any 2 pieces together, the more cards you give me, the greater chance I have to win. And then the Anti-Charmy, most of the time I hold this card for the Charmies or during my opponent's turn most of the time, even if I have the Ash, unless it's like Singular Obedient School, like I just hold it. There's never a need to do it because these are actually better on your turn, especially if you're playing against like Draco Tail or like Mitsu decks and things like that. But 90% Draco Tail. Then the rest of the non-engine, Call by, Talents was broken, Book of Eclipse. Again, like we played a mixed Imperm, Thrust, Darkhold, Raigeki. These cards are all like, they're the board breakers of choice for this deck. I think that there's a world where you don't have to main these because they're not good into Draco Tail, but what you want to do is just simplify the game state, and once you simplify the game state, there's not a deck that can stop you from comboing as long as you have any 2 of your combo pieces. Then for the Fiendsmith stuff, 2 Saint, 1 Track. I still hate this card, but it can search Lord of the Barrows, and every now and again it's used as an extender, but primarily often Graveyard I search Sanct because Sanct by itself is just combo, so you can get your opponent to respond to you without taking too many steps, and you actually shorten the number for dibs so you get more interactions. And then the craziest card in the deck, Double Wild. So the long and short of it is you target a level 5 or lower monster, doesn't matter what type it is, you search a level 10 of that type, So primarily when this card was released, people were looking at Earth Machines. But for Fiend decks, it gets you Spirit of Ubel or Lord of the Barrows, and then it Xeno locks you. But my whole deck's Fiend, so it doesn't really matter. Then Thrust Target, Terraforming. Obviously, you got the 1 Nightmare Pain, the 3 Thrones, 2. You don't need 3 of these. 2 and 2 was fine. 1 for 1. I don't love this card, but sometimes you gotta have it. This card is broken. It's just sequence that can recycle itself every turn. So as long as you have the stuff in graveyard to do it with, you can just combo and win. I play both Unchained Traps, and then Paradise is the worst card in my deck. But so that's it for the main.
All right.
Side decks don't really matter, so we'll go side decks. 2 Velle, just because you want to get charms out of your deck and you want cards to do stuff. 2 Droll, you just have to play it. I don't really see a reason not to play it. It's not great, but the decks is good into is really good into. 1 Nib and 1 Phantasme. I was fighting with myself building the list whether I was going to do 2 of either one of these, and I just picked 1 and 1 just in case. Phantasme came up. I never drew Nib. Then Lightning Storm, Duster, double Sales Band. This card is also crazy going second. It hits Snatchy. You can call. If you're going first, you can actually, because it was in my main deck on my last list, if you're going first, you can just call Izuna. They can never Izuna you, so you have full combo. So you don't have to worry about any list. Or you can call Holy Sue, and they can't Holy Sue effect. So even if they summon Holy Sue, you can just do this and then force the Holy Sue to either summon right then or not be able to be used the entire turn, and then it's irrelevant. It's just a guy on field that you can use to link off or whatever. So this deck benefits for your opponent having cards. Deck lockdown. This just won me the top 4 match. This card is for any deck that's not this deck. All your lines are just, if you played against Yummy, this is primarily to shut off the cards that are like their strongest cards. So you want to shut off the Cupsy and you want to shut off Obedience School, and then force them to play in the most simplified way possible. Because if they can't Cupsy and they didn't already draw the spell card, the surprise, they don't have a way to out this. So they just live in, and then I took it back some formats, a couple torrential tributes. Shout out to my boys. I bought these from y'all at the regional. So every deck has to play into this, and nobody plays around it. I play Unchained and Ubel cards, so me blowing up my board just replaces my board and triggers Yama and Grave, and then it simplifies the game state, and in a simplified game state, this deck goes crazy. And then 1 Rivalry, because I was expecting more K9 than anything. So when you're playing against VS K9s and Draco Tail, you can simplify the game state enough where if all they have, if they normal summon the guy and you flip Rivalry, even if they have Malulu, it doesn't matter. They don't do enough stuff where they can make the game state hard. So, but this side deck will change in like a week or so. So who cares? And then this may be the last the way this extra deck is going to be before the ban list. So we're gonna keep it simple. Requiem, Sequence. These cards are broken. Moon I made like twice. You don't actually need Moon in this deck, but it's the best bridge to your other Fiend stuff. Because sometimes I need this to make, to have the extra one just so I can make this. Sometimes I don't even go here. I go here and then I link into Sequence because I need a Light Fiend. Because I already have access with this to Sanct or so. Double Yama. This comes up a lot. In the grind game, you never make 2 turn 1. I've seen a lot of lists that were making 2 turn 1, and that's just bad because of Yummy. They can just banish it out the graveyard. So what you want to do is make the 1, and then the second one is your follow-up. And because of Mutiny in the Sky, pretty much every card in your extra deck is infinite. And then you have this, obviously, to make this, or if you just have the trap and you don't really need the SP, you do this, and then you link off their guy, set the trap, then you pop, you get a guy back, you can trigger Yama. A bunch of different lines there. The best Fiend Link 4 ever made. Maybe, it's not the only one. Abomination is the other one. But Bao is crazy. It's part of every end board. Once you get to your God board, the game is essentially over. You play 1 Caesar who's probably gonna get banned, but you play infinite Caesars because if you ever get Mutiny in the Sky, you always shuffle this back. Phantom, and then if you want to shuffle it back, you have Aerial Eater, Duke of Demise, and Luke. So basically once you Mutiny, they just recycle. So if you use Aerial Eater as part of your combo, If you make Luke go in second, like if you get nibbed or something and continue to combo, you have Duke in the extra deck. So when you put the card back and you activate Mutiny the next turn, you put these two back, and they just cycle through each other. And Duke also gives you access to the Phantom. So you always have access to your extra deck no matter what, as long as you have cards you can play. And then Desiree, you hard summon her sometimes because of Mutiny. Paradise sucks, but on the few times you can resolve it, this is the best that you can be doing with it.
All right. Well, appreciate the deck profile, and I got a question.
Yes, sir.
How long are you going to play Fiend deck for?
So they banned everything, or they give me better Orcus cards.
All right. Well, we got new musket support coming, so.
Oh yeah, I love it. I can't wait for it.
That's going to be all live Fiends. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you.
All right, brother.
We'll see you in the next one.
Yes, sir.